Hello and welcome to Cooking with the Wooden Spoon. Today we are on day 4 of our cooking with no stove dinners. It's actually day 3, but I have to make day 4's recipe today. Don't have to, but I'm going to because tomorrow afternoon, hopefully, we're going to have the stove looked at by a GE technician. So hopefully that goes well and they can figure out how to help, and then I'll be really excited. So weird to live without a stove. But today's meal, I am making a pumpkin soup. We are kind of going to figure that out together. I love pumpkin soup. Matt does not love pumpkin soup. So I can make this pumpkin soup however I want. And I'm going to. I've I found these awesome leeks at the farm store in the next town, B.Kurt Dairy. I'm going to saute some leeks and carrots to put in our pumpkin soup. I think that leeks go really, really well with squash. So we will be doing that. I wish I had pumpkins that were cooking pumpkins that I'd grown. We have pumpkins, but they're decorative pumpkins and they're really cute. So we are going to start out actually by toasting walnuts. We are going to put the walnuts in the soup. Matt hates nuts in anything, so I am going all out for soup Michelle's way. Hopefully this ends up being a win. I've just kind of invented it in my mind. One kind of funny thing about me, if I have trouble sleeping at night, um, when I was young, when my mom was still alive, she she passed away when I was 10, but I can still remember her coming in and tucking me in and telling me that to fall asleep, I should pretend I'm having a party and just go through the list of who all I would like to invite. And it really did help. It was awesome. Now I invent soups in my mind if I can't sleep. So I'll go through different ingredients that I have in my house and I'll invent soups with them. And I've gotten some really awesome soups just from thinking of them at night. So if you are a soup lover like me and you're having trouble sleeping, why not? You know, whatever works. So first we are toasting our walnuts. It will probably take a few minutes. I'm using this lovely cook station for the second time. So we will be toasting the walnuts and then I'll set those aside and then we'll get to the leeks. But I think I'm going to go ahead and toast the walnuts off camera and then come back to you when we're ready for the leeks and carrots. Our walnuts are toasted and ready to go. So I've switched out our pans. We are going to saute our leeks. I noticed there was a runaway leek over here. I really love leeks. It's a shame that Matt hates them because they're delicious. I used to grow these in Pennsylvania and I need to plant them again because they are delicious. Delicious, delicious. So we will just saute these until they are pretty tender. In the meantime, one other thing that I'm going to put in this soup is chicken sausage. If you've never had this chicken sausage from Trader Joe's, you need to try it. So good. They have several different flavors, Italian, and this one is sweet apple. This one is actually my favorite, and I thought that the apple and the pumpkin flavors together would be fantastic. So we're going to get that diced here in a second. I realized if you're cooking your mirepoix or your vegetables, it's always best to put your dry herbs in at the beginning of your recipe while you're cooking those things. So we're doing thyme, salt, and pepper. And I'm going to harvest sage while this soup is in the crock pot so that I can put some sage in at the end. Sage and pumpkin taste fantastic together. Kind of a weird twist is I'm going to put tortellini in this soup. Like I said, this may be a hit, it may be a miss, but as I was thinking about this soup in my mind, as I was trying to fall asleep, I thought tortellinis would taste really good in this. So we're going to give this a try. I also like a little bit of heat in a lot of the stuff that I make, so we are going to add some red pepper flakes. Not much, about a quarter of a teaspoon. More or less, if you like or don't like, you can certainly leave this out. So it is fun that we're figuring this out together. I do hope it's a win, but if it's not, I'll still eat it. I am not picky in the slightest with food. I'll eat just about anything. Of course, there are things that I prefer more than others. So we're just going to dice this into little pieces. We'll use our leek bowl to put those in. I feel like leeks go from not cooked to like super cooked pretty quickly. So I'm going to try to, hi Bo, hi. Bo loves walnuts. There you go, sweet boy. I'll try to keep a good eye on these leeks because they will cook rather quickly. This is one of those really easy recipes where basically you just dump a bunch of stuff in the crock pot and then allow it to cook. So I will cook this chicken sausage in the pan after the leeks. Hi, Bo, you can have walnuts, but you can't have chicken sausage. Nope, nope, nope. Bo has a very sensitive belly, so he will not be enjoying chicken sausage because then we would not be enjoying the next couple of days. Chicken sausage is relatively good for you. Well, you know, healthy-ish, I like to say. But it tastes really good. There are a lot of soups that I make with this chicken sausage, so we'll enjoy going through some of those this winter. Definitely love soup season. If I had to choose a genre of food that I liked the most, it's definitely soups. So there's 120 calories and 6 grams of fat in each link, which is not that bad. So happy about that. Oftentimes, whenever I'm cooking veggies and I don't want them to scorch, I will turn the heat off and allow the pan to steam and the veggies to steam. So I think that is going to be our next step after. I think I'm going to wait to put the garlic in until I do the chicken sausage because I think the flavor of the garlic on the chicken sausage will be really good. So we are going to turn off our hot plate. I'll find my, oh, here's my lid. We're going to put a lid on this and then I usually let this sit for about 15 minutes so that everything gets super soft. So we're going to let it sit and meet you back. Our veggies are sauteed and looking beautiful. Next, we'll do our chicken sausage, apple chicken sausage. I would guess that Italian chicken sausage and the plain original chicken sausage from Trader Joe's would also be a hit in this, but I think the apple is probably going to be pretty fantastic. So we're going with that. This is fully cooked already, so basically I'm just cooking this so that I have the flavor on the outside. The color that will be on the outside from it sauteing will just be pretty flavorful. So we're going to cook that until it's just about done, and then add the garlic, and we'll cook that in there. So now we can just add everything that we need to our crock pot. I'm going to do about 5 or 6 cups of chicken broth. I always make my own chicken broth, and I love the freshness of the homemade chicken broth. I do it so that I can control the salt content. Usually when I make chicken broth, I use chicken pieces. Like I had chicken quarters that were on sale at Piggly Wiggly, and I picked those up. I'm actually making chicken broth right now. Put it in the crock pot and cooked it for 45 minutes, and it makes perfect broth. So we have that ready. We have our toasted walnuts, which I'm also going to put in at the beginning, and this deliciousness of leeks, and also our pumpkin. We're going to go ahead and put our pumpkin in now as well. So at the end, the only other thing that I'm going to add to this is probably about a cup of heavy cream. I would totally do milk, half and half, whatever. Yeah, whatever you've got. I think just to make it creamy will be pretty good. I'm going to mix that all up and have the pumpkin combined really well in that before we start cooking. So we're going to saute this until it is brown, add the garlic, throw it in the crock pot, and cook it for 3 or 4 hours. It should be really combined by then. And after it has cooked for 3 or 4 hours, we will add sage, which I have to harvest, and cream, and it'll be done. It's such a simple soup. I hope it turns out well. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those soups where I say, oh, I wish Elizabeth was closer so that I could just take this soup to her. But we'll see. Maybe it'll be a miss. I hope it's a hit. We'll find out. As I'm still getting to know this little cooker top thing, I sauteed these chicken pieces, some of them, a little too long. I'm actually just going to take out any that seem too dark. That one's probably okay. So, because this is so warm, I am going to take the apple sausage out and put it in here now. And then before I saute the garlic, I'm going to let this pan come down a little bit. So in the meantime, I did try our soup, and I decided that I really wanted it bursting with pumpkin flavor. So I'm going to add one more can of pumpkin because this is a me soup and I can do whatever I want with this one. And I really like pumpkin flavor. So we are going to put one more can of pumpkin in this, and I think it will be good and perfect and wonderful. So we will saute some garlic, add it to this, and then this will be good to just sit for a few hours, and then we'll come back together. Thanks for being with me. The last step for our pumpkin chicken sausage soup is to put some tortellini in. And these are supposed to cook in 2 to 3 minutes. So we'll see how close to accurate that is. These packages are difficult to open, so I guess I'll do this. Hi, Bo. You don't need any tortellini, but you have a cute nose. So we're going to add the tortellini, and I've also harvested some sage leaves, and I have those chopped up. I think I'm going to put some spinach in this too, since, as I said before, just for me, I don't have to worry about whether Matt will like it or not. So why not? I think we're going to put a little bit of spinach in. I love spinach in soups. We will put the lid back on this and cook it for a few minutes. And then we will give it a little taste test. I'm pretty excited to taste this. I hope it's good. I'm questioning the walnuts a little, but we'll see. I'll let you know. Well, we let our tortellini cook. It is perfect now. We're going to add 1 cup of heavy cream. We're going to stir it, and we're going to give it a taste. I have to say, I'm pretty excited to try this. A little nervous too. We will see. That is so good. Walnuts are awesome in there. The pumpkin is perfect. I think putting 2 cans of pumpkin in was such a good idea. Spinach is good. This is so good. I used spinach tortellini, and they are awesome. I don't know. I think Matt might actually like this. Elizabeth would love this soup. This is so good. Wow. You really should try to make this. This is excellent. I'll be writing this down. Cool. This is like fall in a bowl. This is amazing. Enjoy. Bo, this is one of the better soups I've made. That is so good.